born, she needs to put it up for adoption.
Ugh.
Well, your mother might not take your
Só que nem bicho
advice, so
suave.
you need to consider what's my brother. You're
É
prepared to
suave.
pay.
The kind who puts the safety and well-being
Olha
and
aquela bagulho.
long-term security of my sibling or whatever first.
Like,
Please be aware, we just change our relationships in unexpected ways.
Such as?
With Gary in jail, if anything happens to your mother, you'd be your new sibling's next of kin. Ignore any other Sharon in your lives.
Pero niña vas a tirar. ¿Cómo anda, vamos?
Maybe
Because, well,
you're not up to the job.
правила другие равно.
Because after 11, now 12 attacks by the same
Поставила
person
Гаю за
committed
ложку.
at gunpoint. And no arrest. The police
Una
seem
fama
completely out of their depth.
не обращена
You know,
косами.
part of the reason we're giving you this exclusive is to help get your facts straight.
I've talked to and written about every one of the Taurus's armed robbers attacks.
Hold on. How many of the victims reported seeing that gun?
If you've really interviewed every single victim, then you know the answer to that is none.
Just because no one saw a gun doesn't mean it wasn't there. Are you searching for a suspect? Is there a manhunt in progress?
Well, even in Scotland Yard, you can't launch a manhunt when you don't know whom you're looking for.
So what's my exclusive then? The LAPD is no further along than it was 6 weeks ago?
The killer had a revolver, which we found in the Venice canals.
And? Well, that's it.
Captain,
The registered owner of the murder weapon is downtown as we speak.
And the owner is considered to be a person of interest?
maybe even a suspect.
I've Damn it! Got to blow up this nest.
Jasno mi da sam ja na disku. Ja stvarno mislim da sam na Discordu. Znači, stari moj, kakav ja tim mogu dobiti te 3 gema za redom, 3 gema Mundo koji je kupio account. 100%. Ne mreš biti takvim. Ne mreš se zaletiti među 5 put za redom. Ne mreš 5 put stajati na sred mape protiv četvorice. Ne možeš. Ne možeš u goldu, ne možeš. To je jednostavno. To je jednostavno ne možeš. To nije da sam te on dođe na sred mape,
Cecil, do you know anyone who fought in the war 3 years?
I did.
Did you fight here at Vergen?
Course.
Philippa claims you know a bit about the...
That old kook Henselt.
Why did he attack Edirn?
According to Henselt, Upper Edirn is the ancient legacy of the Kedwenny crown and must be returned to the mother country. Brazen farter.
That brazen farter had a point. If you read some history, you'll know that 300 years ago this land belonged to Kedwen.
Load of crab. 700 years ago, the elves reigned here. And 1,000,000 years ago, these lands were the domain of the worms. If things worked that way, every king could invade a neighboring land and claim his right to do so because an ancestor took a dump there.
All right. Hensel wanted to conquer Upper Edirn. What then?
He rolled in, got hammered, and rolled out.
Cecil, that doesn't help me much.
It wasn't a battle. It was a slaughter. If I try speaking of it, I'll see it all again. I don't want...
The ghosts of the fallen fight in the mist. They turn into horrible creatures called Draugrs. Edirnians, Kedwenny, men, elves, and dwarves too.
Bloody hell. No peace even after death.
I want to help them, but I need to know more about the battle.
Very well. Listen, a beautiful day that grew hot later. Very hot. When Van de Grift attacked in the afternoon, he sent a dun banner at the fore. Many of our lads shit themselves at the mere sight of their standard, but we had a surprise of our own. Under the cover of night, we prepared fire pits. Our archers lit them up at the right moment. I still can't believe we managed to fool their scouts. If it wasn't for that ambush, we wouldn't be speaking today. They likely wouldn't be in Upper Edirn at all. We decimated the Dunbanner, but that was only the beginning. Seltkirk was our commander. Everywhere he appeared, the Kedwennies gave ground. He wreaked havoc among them. Hearts rose at the mere sight of his armour. Then Van de Grift himself entered the fray. Seltkirk met him in the middle of the field. In the end, Van de Grift killed Seltkirk. A terrible death that sent the Edirnian ranks into disarray. I thought it was the end of us. Then the sky fell, as if the stars themselves had decided to avenge the death of a great knight. Fire covered the battlefield. Nobody sought the enemy. They were all looking for somewhere to flee. Yes, there were no more friends and enemies, only the living and the dead. They say it was the doing of a Kedwenny sorceress who wanted revenge on Van de Grift. Could be true, as Henselt had her executed right after the battle.
Did you see the duel between Seltkirk and Van de Grift?
I stood half a furlong from them. Never seen a fight like it. Probably never will again. They'd already met once at a jousting tournament in Ardcarreg. Selkirk won there. He beat on the visitor so hard he broke his sword. Selkirk was a true knight, the last of his breed. Vandegrift was so pissed off after that tournament he hanged the smith who made his sword and ordered a special one from a sorcerer. I bet he cut down Selkirk with that new sword.
Vandergrift is dead.
Koga?
What happened to his sword?
Saskia's got it. Good thing too. Only her hand can tame the hatred enchanted in that sword. After the battle, when the flames abated, the scavengers came. They stole everything. Imagine, not a single keepsake or Selkirk in the whole of Edirn. His brother babbled something about a gauntlet, but he's a lying dog.
Remember anything from before the battle?
As if it was yesterday. Henselt's troops crossed the Pontar the third day after the autumn equinox. Edirn had good spies, so we were ready for them. And Selkirk lined up our troops along the hills. Our hearts rose at the sight of the banners of Vengerberg, Aldersberg and Gullet fluttering in the wind. Knights and armoured infantry side by side in our ranks. Even the peasants had their regiments. The dwarves were on the left flank. Over 5,000 strong we were. Nobody caring about race or background, like never before. Only King Demavend was missing, but he must have had more important business than defending his country.
You saw the Kidwennies cross the river?
From afar, I saw Vandegrift leading 4,000 heavily armed men. Many a heart sank when we saw the elite bearheads or the armoured banners from Ardcarreg. The Dun banner was in the middle, veterans of Brenna. As soon as he set foot on Adernian land, Vandegrift climbed a hill and surveyed the area, as if it was his fief. Son of a bitch was as sure of himself as ever. Upon spying him, I remember the dwarves all dropped their trousers and showed him their asses. Then Selkirk stepped out in front of us. His white armour shone in the sun. We were afraid a Kidwenny arbalist would shoot him, but they too stood as if frozen, and Selkirk just looked at them and bowed ever so slightly.
You captured the Dunbanner standard?
Henselt's choice troops, and not a one survived. The visitors sent them to their deaths, refused to give them reinforcements. He was a monster in human form. The men of the Dun were real swaggerers. Killed a lot of our lads, but for every Dunner, there were 7 Adernians. They had no chance. Aye, we captured their standard. We buried what was left of them in the crypts beyond Vergen. Their standard lies with them. Worthy foes are to be respected, even in death.
I'm going to need that standard. Thanks, Cecil, that was helpful. I think I know what I need to lift the curse now.
Madame Eilhard claims you need 4 symbols. The standard symbolizes death. Vandegrift's sword stands for
Sve Nasilje,
two.
I have a
called
feeling
abuse,
Philippa has a
sexual
handle on the
abuse.
rest.
Here's
Harassment.
hoping you're right.
Everybody saw she hit me. All 3 of them.
Saskia needs help, Cecil. Philippa can produce an antidote, but she needs a magic artifact to do that.
Would you like a fern and a dancing worm to go with it? Listen, I don't know about magic, but there is a place, as long as I can remember, it's been of interest to sorcerers. They say it's a very...
Where exactly?
Seek out the ruins in the forest beyond Bergen. There's a place of power there. You can't... Why so glum? Saskia's a tough girl. She'll bounce back. Keep your head up.
Thanks, Cecil.
No, Witcher. I thank you. Save that lass, and you'll save my town.
We killed most of the necrophages.
Most?
The passage to the lower level collapsed. They won't get out. In time, they'll die off and you can restart work.
Thank you, Witcher. The whole of Vergen thanks you. Here's your coin. Shive, Skaggs, and Zigrim will get the same.
Nice.
How are things?
Everyone awaits the battle. Some pray, others drink. Zoltan and Yarpan are chasing peasants around the square. They need a bit of drilling. Jorveth's warriors are trying to be inconspicuous, and so they should. I'd feel better if they crawled up the devil's arse and disappeared. But Saskia thinks we don't stand a chance without them.
How long have you been alderman?
My predecessor was killed 3 years ago. I was one of his advisors. I knew my way round the circus, so I volunteered to manage things. No one opposed me. Mostly I deal with trade and taxes, and I organise assorted matters. In the end, everyone listens to Saskia exclusively, me included.
This must be the first revolt ever to be taxed.
We can't feed ourselves. See you, Governor.
Too much weight. Carry too much weight. We carry too much weight. Weight.
I never finished telling you about the... So, we were working at the fort, and work was going swift.
So, you thought it over? I'm on my way to the recruiting station.
My pensacles and...
Indeed.
Let's start with introductions then. I'm Felicia Corey. Why the surprised face? I heard about you in school. Whether you like Anna the love stories we read beneath our...
You studied at Aretusa?
Yes, though I'm still to finish my potion and fetish internship, which is...
And you're doing it under Philippa Eilhart's watchful eye.
Help from a hero of our readings? Now that's drawing on sources for real. I'd be grateful. The locals are reluctant to buy magic items, and I really need to pass.
Let's see what I can do.
Hello, Al.
The leader, though clad like a soldier, had a feminine face to stir awe.
Ah, you've finally given in. Started killing humans. Eh, Witcher?
Started that a while ago, actually. It just wasn't something society was willing to acknowledge.
Foltest's death. Society acknowledged that. You know there's a price on your head.
Yeah, I know. Too low for the risks involved, though.
It's a bundle to us, Witcher. We have to pay for everything. Weapons, food, information.
Yorvith send you?
Yorvith will never learn of this.
Careful! He's killed some tough fighters! Don't risk it! We need to take him alive! Careful! He's killed some tough fighters!